Check.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go!
Hey, kids.
Hey, Dad.
War crimes will be prosecuted.
Does the word mean anything to you?
Yeah, I chose this profession, so therefore I earned beer.
You want to go to the matinee?
The feeling is definitely there.
You don't know my name!
It's a new morning in America.
This is the old dude, Howard J. Reynolds.
Step into my office.
Not going to be too many punks.
Now would you stop worrying about the punk?
You! That's my name!
Yeah, let's go to the punk rock show.
Introducing, for your listening pleasure,
And we're back. High Fives podcast.
It's been a while.
It has. It's been too long, I would say.
Yeah, we had some fancy interviews, but it's not the same as hanging out with you, Nate.
No, it's really not.
That third person really throws everything.
Yeah,
off.
it's like a big wrench in the whole project. The whole.
The whole?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a big wrench in the hole.
Is that a saying?
I just made it up. Let's see if it catches on.
Could be the new YOLO.
So we did a couple interviews over the Christmas holidays, one with Seth Anderson from 1 Week Records and one with Billy Dixon from Chicks Dig It and the Adavans. So check those out. If you haven't, we'll probably plug it again later.
Yeah, we like to plug
Several
things.
times.
Hey, Nate, have you heard our interviews?
I haven't. Tell me more.
There's this one with Seth. He's such a nice guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he cute too?
Yeah, if you like that rugged look.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did one with Billy from Chicks Dig It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Did you know he's in Chicks Dig It now?
I just heard.
Yeah, well, if you listen to the interview, you find that all out. Anyway, that's enough of that crazy.
There you go. Yeah.
This is what happens when we don't hang out for a while.
Yeah.
The jokes get worse.
How are your holidays, Mike?
They were good. And yours?
Yeah, it was good. It's a crazy time of year. It's not really podcast recording time.
No, it kind of puts a damper on the whole thing. Hey?
Yeah, but we had a pretty good response for the top fives this year for top fives for 2016.
Yeah, if you could narrow it down to 5.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike was the only one that actually didn't put in a top 5 list. It was a top 30.
Yeah, it was a top 30, and then I did like a 50 best songs mixtape. So if that's your thing, go check it out. Yeah, I'm a nerd. We've discussed this in depth.
Yeah, it's been discussed, let's say.
I'm not the one wearing a Kurt Cobain sweater.
I had a Kurt Cobain shirt on under the Kurt Cobain sweater earlier.
Really? Today?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Was he wearing a sweater?
Whole... No, I don't think so. I think that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, well, that's too meta, hey?
I don't even know what that word means.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I've heard it used.
So it's episode 21, I think, or 22. One or the other. We'll sort it out before we post it. Yeah, we're in the 20s. And this episode is top 5 comps that aren't, we did put a caveat on this, that aren't Fat Records or Epitaph comps, because that just would have been a little too easy.
Yeah, I mean, that would just be kind of boring. I'm sure it's without it goes without saying that those would probably be on our list anyway. So
yeah,
if you haven't heard any of those comps, you probably don't like our podcast.
Which Punkorama would you put on there had we allowed that?
I think I would have went with one because I listened to that one the most, and that was kind of maybe one of the first punk albums like I bought that kind of got me into Bad Religion and Offspring. I probably bought it because of Offspring, I guess, at the time would have been my guess.
Jeez. It's that diet pop, man.
Yeah. Aspartame for everyone.
Yeah. I would have picked Punkorama 1 as well. There's some just wicked banging songs on there.
Yeah, I still listen to that one every once in a while, like if it comes on in my iPod shuffle thing. I'll listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't even remember Punkorama 2 or 3. They all kind of blend in after that.
I remember 2 had the Me First. That was the first time I think I heard Me First. They had Uptown Girl, I think, on that one, or Rich Girl maybe. I don't know.
No clue. But I mean, it just doesn't stand out as much as Punkorama 1 to me for probably nostalgic reasons. I mean, It's not to say that they weren't any good or anything like that. I just don't remember them.
Yeah.
Which one would you have gone with? Fat Survival?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it had to be
That's the
Survival.
best one.
A part of me was like thinking about it. I was like, maybe like there's... I really like Life in the Fat Lane for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like the other ones are just kind of all a blur to me.
So that's like the Punkoramas for me.
Yeah. I mean, Fat Music for Fat People I thought was pretty good too.
Yeah.
But I mean, that one was acquired after the second one.
Same.
Yeah. So it's been a while. We haven't, I'm sure you've been listening to a shit ton of music. I have too. But lately, I grabbed these 2 discs, digital download files. Davey Dynamite was one, and Make War was the other, and I'm really digging both of them. I've never heard of Davey Dynamite before. I don't know if he's from a band or...
I don't think he's from a band. I think I came across him on Bandcamp like quite a while ago, and I wrote it down to check him out, and then I never went back. And then when I was going through best of lists, somebody had mentioned it, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
Yeah.
And then I just bought it based on that, and I haven't had a chance to actually go back and listen, but...
It's got kind of an off with their heads kind of feel, and like kind of a like a rawness to it. But yeah, I really dig it. Like it's a really different album, but I really like. I thought you'd like it too. So yeah, you'll have to sit down and give it a listen. And the Make War record is really good too. Just kind of a front to back, heavier, I guess, kind of record. But I really like it.
Yeah. Anything else?
Well, there's lots.
Did you
let's draw the line.
Okay, quick caveat on that. Did you pick up anything going through people's best of lists?
You know what? I didn't this year. I did.
I gave you 50
last year. Yeah, he did. I don't even think I read it or listened to it, to be honest with you. I'm sorry.
Well,
it was a busy time.
It is.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, I didn't really. I don't know if it was just me and where I was looking, but they weren't as like obvious. Like I didn't come across them as easily as I did last year. I don't know. Did you feel the same way?
I did. And I was wondering if it was because we had done so much talking about music between us and Music Club and things like that. Like maybe just like there was less surprises.
Yeah.
Because I went through a ton of lists, and I mean I did pick up a bunch of things from there, but not as much as usual. Like not even stuff I was like, oh, make sure jot it down, make sure to check it out check it out later or anything like that. So
I mean, it was a good year for music. There was a ton of stuff that came out. I would say, looking back on it, there wasn't as much like for me, it wasn't that hard to make that top 5 list because I felt like there was a lot of stuff and a lot of good stuff, but not a lot of like really excellent stuff. So I don't want to say not a lot of, but I guess less than I was anticipating for the amount that came out.
Yeah, I don't think there wasn't a ton of stuff that was like, I don't know how to put it, like impactful that will be forever impactful. There was a lot of stuff in there that was good though.
Yeah,
it was just like
good for the year.
Yeah.
And now it can just go into the depths of the hard drive.
Yeah,
and we can get on with 2017.
Did you want to hear what I've been listening to, Nate?
I do, actually.
Are you sure?
I was just hoping you'd chime in.
You didn't even care about my list, so do you even care about what I'm listening to?
It's just too much. It's too overwhelming. 30. I mean, Jesus fuck.
I gave you links. There's links to songs on YouTube.
I can appreciate the amount of work that went into it. Let's say that.
Okay.
Can we agree on that?
We'll agree on that.
Okay.
I'm going to cry about this later.
/ now.
I've been listening to Almost People's album, Songs for Best Friends.
Oh, yeah, I listened to that one.
Yeah, it's kind of got that orgcore kind of...
What is it?
Orgcore?
I've never heard of that before.
That's like the fest sort of sound, like...
Orgcore?
Yeah.
Like ORG?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like kind of like that, I don't know, Iron Chic, Dear Landlord,
but why,
Hot Water Music.
Why do they call it orgcore?
Because of punknews.org.
Oh.
I think that was my understanding.
Weird.
It's been around for a while.
Like my mind went like ogre. I'm like, whoa, what does that have to do with anything?
Go check out Wikipedia on orgcore.
Okay, I'm going to do it. You're not just making up phrases again, are you?
No.
Okay.
Also, and I proved to you that
glam rocky, glam punk.
I sent you a picture with a screen capture where that was used.
I have a feeling that you orchestrated that.
No.
That was some big thing that you created.
I was so excited.
Because you'd be the kind of guy that would like create a website and create a Wikipedia page just to prove me wrong.
I am vindictive. But no, sadly, no. Somebody else is as stupid as me and use that term.
Fair enough.
But I really like that Almost People album. It's nothing to write home about, but I feel they're one of those bands I can see getting a little bit of hype and playing fest.
Yeah.
And kind of hitting that wave.
Yeah, it was good.
There's some anthematic songs and stuff on there. And then another one I was listening to was a band with a really shitty name called...
Sounds like you.
Yeah. Death by Unga Bunga. Which is... It's a fucking horrible name.
Yeah, that is horrible.
But they're from Norway, so I'm going to go and say that hopefully that's just some sort of lost translation.
Well, maybe Unga Bunga means something.
Maybe. Well, I'm not up on my Norwegian.
something to set a goal for 2017, maybe.
But I came across this one when I was scomming. Is scomming a word? I don't think scomming is a word.
Skimming,
scouring,
browsing.
Browsing's the word. It was.
Yeah.
People's best of 2016 lists, and it came up on a couple.
Okay.
And it's just an EP, and it's called the Fight EP, and they've got kind of like a garage rock, power pop, punk sound.
Wow, that sounds very specific.
Yeah, it's like kind of like if they've got like sort of to me sound like Cheap Trick, but if Cheap Trick were more garagey.
Okay.
So you would hate it.
Fair enough.
But and then the last one that I just picked up a couple of days ago was Volume.
Yeah.
Which is a side project from the guys, or a new project. I don't really understand what goes on with Downtown Struts.
Oh, really?
But it's them.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that at all.
And the album's called Orange Park, and it's...
I was surprised you liked it.
It's very artsy, eh?
Well, it sounds like more of an alternative stream. Like, you can kind of hear that punk influence within it, but it's got like... It's got much more of an alternative sound, I thought.
Yeah.
And I know how... unalternative you are.
It's true. It's true. I don't like the term alternative.
No.
That alt section could be 3 doors down, or
yeah, it's very broad.
It's very broad.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just picked that up a couple of days ago and been listening to it, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a cool record. It kind of gives me like a bit of a brand new feel to it.
Yeah, I can see that. I got like an 80s vibe too.
Yeah, that synth stuff will do that.
And I don't know if it's because I watched a show called Red Oaks. I don't know if you've ever seen it before.
No.
And it's like set in the 80s. And I binge watched it when I was on the holidays here. And it was all 80s music. And I don't know if it's just like caught with that for me. So
Is it good?
I loved it. Yeah. If you get a chance to see it, it's kind of like a John Hughes movie in a series. Speaking
of 80s movies, here's another John Hughes-esque movie that's all about kind of music in the 80s called Sing Street. Have you heard of that?
I saw it on Netflix the other day. I'm so stoked to see it.
It's good.
It is good?
It's really good. Like, it's like a coming of age, John Hughesy, like very John Hughesy, set in Ireland. But like takes you through all these kind of movements of a kid listening to rock in the 80s and trying to find a voice. And I guess they wrote all these songs for this movie, which is really cool, kind of like Inside Llewyn Davis.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of respect and admiration for, directors that will go that extra mile, like to write, not just like hire a guy to do kind of the orchestral sort of, soundtrack stuff, but like the actual, songs for the movie that kind of become a character within the movie, right?
Yeah. I saw in the preview, I saw that they used Joe Jackson, so I was pretty stoked. And I'm a big Joe Jackson fan. So
yeah, it's a good movie. You should check it out.
It's on my to watch. It's on my to watch list on Netflix.
Your to do. Yeah, my Netflix to do list is becoming massive. Like to the point where I feel overwhelmed by it, and I feel a sense of accomplishment when I watch a show.
Yeah, it's so weird. I mean,
it's sad. It's fucking sad.
It's off topic, but that like it lingers in my brain. I'm like, oh yeah, I should watch that series. I've been meaning to watch it.
Yeah.
When am I gonna find time to watch that? And then you like think about it. That's pretty fucking sad.
Or I like finish a series and go to high five somebody and no one's there, and I'm like, oh.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
What's new?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's get to some music, Nate.
So this episode is all about the compilation.
Yeah.
The compilation that, I don't know, it kind of became it kind of faded out with the digital age of music, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a staple of punk rock. And I think that's the thing I miss most about music pre the internet is the comp.
Yeah.
Like the comp was the way to find out about bands.
Yeah.
And it doesn't exist anymore. And there's no way to get that back, I don't think.
No, I mean,
Like,
I
there
guess
are
like
comps.
mixtapes and stuff like that, like things like that you make and other people make.
Yeah, it's not the same though.
No.
Because like I anticipated those fat comps or the epitaph comps because there was going to be an unreleased song or
Yeah.
there was going to be a band you've been waiting to hear, or if you found that random comp that had like a feel for like a city sound or something like that, or like there were those comps were I don't know how to put it, but like they explained a sound of a genre or a label or,
Right.
or an area, and you were like, it was a good way to find out about everything.
Yeah.
And they were cheap generally, right?
Oh yeah.
And
Well, it was a promo generally for a lot of record companies, right? Like it was like their promo, like their portfolio of what they had going on at the time.
whereas now, I mean, like there's some great comps put out on Bandcamp and things like that, but I don't know, it just doesn't have that same appeal.
Yeah.
It's great, and I enjoy them because I do still like to find out about music, but it's not the same as picking up like Survival of the Fattest for like $8 at the store and being like, wow, I've never heard this weird German band or something.
Yeah.
Like Wizzo. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm never going to pick up Wizzo.
No. But it was a cool song to experience on the comp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The kids today will not experience the greatness of the comp like we did.
Like there's other stuff that you can, people will grow and have their own things for, like listening. Like I'm sure there's people like that didn't grow up with like buying an album and stuff, and when they download it, they get that same feeling we got when we bought albums at the record store.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit different, but that can be captured again.
Yeah.
I just don't think the comp thing will ever be captured again.
Yeah.
And it's so indicative of that 90s 2000 kind of thing, especially for punk rock. I don't know if I've explored it much in other genres so much, like in hip hop. I'm sure it exists in hip hop. I know there was a mix.
Not in the same way that punk rock did, though.
Yeah.
Like
Even alternative and indie rock didn't have the same feel for those comps.
No, and I mean, I don't think those record companies felt the need to like be pushing all their artists in the same way that like punk rock labels did.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm going to start out with a brand new comp.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So contrary to what we've been talking about for the past, I don't know, 5 minutes.
Sorry, Tim. I guess you just proved everything I said wrong.
Well, no, I think you're right. Like they're few and far between. But this one that you turned me on to, that is like, I've only just, I mean, it's only just come out as far as I can tell. And yeah, it fits into my top 5. I think it's one of the best comps I've ever heard. And it was that Beard Sane comp that you turned me on to. Is Beard Sane a record label?
Yeah, I believe they're from Belgium.
Okay.
But it's just Bandcamp from what I can tell. And it's all orgcore for you.
Orgcore, yeah. I love it. I think it's a great
a great comp.
Great comp, and turned me on to some bands I hadn't heard, and reminded me of some bands that I had heard, but like has that theme, right? Like that feel kind of front to back, you know, of different artists, all, you know, within the same genre of orgcore. That'll never catch on for me. The song I chose, so there was like maybe. There was a bunch of standout bands that I'd never heard of before, like Not on Tour, who, if you're a Bad Cop fan, I think you'd really like this band. I don't know if they're an all-girl band, but girl singer, and she's got a great voice. I really like their record, and it inspired me to buy the record. Spanish Love Songs, which kind of had like a bit of like a Menzingers feel to it, I felt like, and Black Sheep was another standout. The song I chose was from another standout called Trophy Lungs, and it's the first track on the comp. The song's called Bathroom Graffiti.
Cool.
It is cool.
Cool.
Did you pick the Beard Sane comp?
I didn't.
No. Did you love it as much as I did?
I did, and
Yeah.
I really have to explore it more.
Yeah.
When, there's tons of bands on there I had never heard before. So, but I think I downloaded it right before the holiday craziness started, so I haven't given it like a really good listen. But just like the first little glance at it was awesome. So
Yeah, it's really good.
Awesome. I guess I almost forgot our formula. I guess I go right at the same time as you, hey?
It's been that long. We go together, Mike. We do it together. Rama lama lama.
That's how it goes, yeah.
Ding dong.
So the first one I'm going to go with is a compilation called Punk Uprisings.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard that
No,
one.
I don't think so.
Um,
Sounds very Anthemic.
It came out in 96 and is one of those ones that you just picked up like just scouring the various artists at HMV.
Yeah.
And I just saw it and I was like, oh, it said punk on it.
Yeah. There's a mohawk.
I think it had a kid pissing in the snow.
That's the same thing.
Yeah. But it
was it Calvin? That sounds very 96.
Was he peeing on a Ford symbol or a Chevy symbol?
Or a flame symbol?
Or an Oilers? No, it was just a snotty looking kid.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was just one of those ones that, and it always kind of stuck with me because it introduced me to a bunch of bands. Like, it was after I'd been buying the Fat and like Punkораmas, and so
you were looking to expand.
Yeah, it was, and that's how I found out about Bouncing Souls. I hadn't really heard Bouncing Souls before, and Mr. T Experience and Assorted Jelly Beans, and then one of the funny things on there is that Reset's on there.
Oh yeah,
and it's probably the only good Reset song. And and if you don't know who Reset is, it's basically Simple Plan.
Yeah,
that's my understanding. I don't
pre record label, let's say.
Yeah. So that's always kind of funny. And the song I picked was by a band called Weston, and I don't know if you're familiar with Weston.
I don't think so.
Weston are a pop punk band from that era, and they kind of have that like almost more poppy than punk.
Yeah.
And it was one of the first bands that I got into that were like that way. And so it like paved the way for me liking bands like the Bonaducci's and things like that. And small side note is that Weston is basically beach slang.
Oh.
So.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. I always assumed beach slang was like way younger.
No, beach slang is older than us.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. They're old.
Crazy.
Old. They're old, man. And the song I picked is called No Kind of Superstar.
All right, so Trophy Lungs and
Weston.
This one's for Mike, this one's for Cal, and this one's for Chompin'. These days we're losing touch of what we need the most. We used to only need our friends and all the things we could afford. We thought we were unstoppable. But we couldn't have been more wrong. Now some of our best are long gone. This one's for Mike, this one's for Cal, and this one's for Chompin'. And all the friends we know we lost too soon. Even though you're gone, I know you're here, you're on the side of me. Not a day goes by where I'm not thinking about you. Not a day goes by where I'm not thinking about you. And I'd be lying if I said that it didn't tear me apart. To hear all the old stories on all the bullshit that we've done. I can't think of another thing that I'd rather be doing right now than have myself a whiskey drink with all my friends out in the crowd. Now I'm here writing, rest in peace in the bathroom stall. Life is nothing at all. Now I'm here writing, rest in peace in the bathroom stall. This one's for Mike, this one's for Cal, and this one's for Chompin'. And all the friends I know we lost too soon. Even though you're gone, I know you're here, you're on the side of me. Not a day goes by where I'm not thinking about you. Not a day goes by where I'm not thinking about you. Not a day goes by where I'm not thinking about you. Not a day goes by where I'm not thinking about you.
First 2 songs out of the gates for 2017.
We're moving.
We are moving.
We're moving on.
Yep.
What's the next comp you pick, Nate?
Here we are. Let's find out. Let's find out what the next one is. So this comp was something I came upon. I didn't come on to it. I just came upon it.
Did you make sweet love to it?
And
did you buy it a nice dinner?
This is serious comp. We shouldn't be talking like this. But the name Chris Hansen came up, and at first I thought, oh, so the guy from Propaganda. I'm like, nope, his name's Chris Hanna. And then I'm like, Chris Hansen, where do I know that name from? Oh, the guy from To Catch a Predator put out a comp. No, not him either.
Wait a minute, is this a To Catch a Predator thing?
Mike, if you just look into that camera. So it turns out there's a guy called Chris Hansen who runs No Sleep Records. And he put out a comp called A Comp for Mom. And that comp was, his mom was real sick, and he did this comp to raise money for medical bills and things like that. And any money that was kind of gathered afterwards went into a trust fund, I think, or some sort of fund that was, a tribute to her, to his mom. And it's a really cool comp.
Yeah, you're just balking my no new comps, but that is a really good comp.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the idea behind it, but all the bands that chipped in were really good. And it's really good.
Yeah,
and it's a good cause too. So
yeah, it's got a lot of B-sides on there. And that's the other thing. There was a lot of really great stuff that you couldn't just get anywhere else, like B-sides and unreleased tracks, which I think is super generous of a band to give that stuff, because it gives more reason to get it, right?
Yeah, maybe that's the reason is now things are never really unreleased, so you could find it if it's whereas before, if you're you bought that comp and you got that song that was never going to be on anything else.
Yeah,
so it's cool. And that one there's stuff on there that I've never seen anywhere else.
Yeah, and lots of random covers and stuff too, which I liked. I mean, it's a slower comp, but there's some good rock tunes on there as well. Your girl Alison Weiss is on there.
She is.
Moose Blood, The Swellers, Touche Amore. And so the song I chose from that comp is by a band called Into It Over It, who's a band that I really dig, and I probably don't listen to enough. They're not one of those bands that they're a go-to, but I really enjoy listening to their records. And the song's called For Agnes. So there you go, comp number 2.
Comp number 2. I'm going to go with my second one would be a really random comp released by Fiddler Records.
Fiddler Records,
which
the band?
No, not the band Fiddler.
No, but does the band Fiddler have anything to do with it?
No. This is way older than the band Fiddler.
Speaking of Fiddler, and not to cut you off, but I do feel like I have to make a bit of an announcement to you. I'm coming around.
Yay!
Yeah. But you know what? I think Swimmers was my gateway to Fiddler.
Makes sense.
I couldn't go the other way. I needed something a little, something to ease me in a little bit more. I felt like Fiddler just ripped down my pants, and instead Swimmers, gently undid my belt.
Yeah.
And then got me ready for something a little bit more.
Swimmers took you out for a fancy dinner.
So thanks, guys.
Yay.
Okay, back to you.
Okay, so this is a comp, and this is one of those super random comps because I picked it up on a road trip down to Southern California.
Oh, Southern California. It sounds like the beginning of a teenage getaway.
It was a teenage getaway.
Nice.
But we were hitting up record stores, and back in the day, I just looked in discount bins for things from areas, and I came across this one, and I saw that there were a few bands on there that I'd known, like Newfound Glory was on there, and Alistair and stuff like that, and I was like, whatever. But
I'll buy it.
Yeah, I was like, it was like $3 or whatever. I'll buy it. It didn't even come with an actual case, so I'm guessing it was just a store copy.
And who knew it would make your top 5 list 20 some years later?
So the reason it makes my list is because there's a band on there called A False Spring who sang the song called The Seraphim. And this was I don't know if I'm using the analogy right, but my white whale. I looked for this band for decades, and I searched through the internet. When I worked at the record store, I would always look in catalogs to see if I could find this album. Could never find anything. About 2 years ago, I posted it in my blog, and the singer got in touch with me. I believe he was the singer. And he's like, that's my band.
Oh, wow, cool.
And I was like, I've seriously been looking for you guys forever. And he's like, we recorded 3 songs. And he's like, that's one of them. He's like, I don't even have a copy of that song. Could you give me an MP3 of it? So that's why.
Good story.
That's why I picked this.
Nice.
It's still a really good song. So it's off this summer sampler, which you probably will never be able to find. But
yeah.
So I'm sorry.
So enjoy this song while
if you
can.
But if you want the song or the comp, let me know. 'Cause I'll get it
Mike's
to you.
the guy.
Yeah.
White whale is a beluga whale. So Into It, Over It, and
A False Spring.
Tonight, I'm having trouble making notes. Pushing cool, dusty oxygen around my room and back into my throat. Oh, it's because these lines have occupied my time. Painting pale white cheeks and grays hanging above your brow. The perfect portrait of how I remember you now. So I'll say it out loud. When the smoke clears, our new year will sound. Amidst the memories you've left around. So it's TV, some coffee and cream, a tendency towards nicotine, and anecdotes which fray at the seam. We're left discussing the outcomes of what this means. I'm thinking out loud. When the smoke clears, our new year will sound. If I describe this to the younger you, you would be proud. Amidst the memories you've left around. Amidst the memories you've left around. Amidst the memories you've left around. So tonight, I'm packing light and driving home. I promise not to speed for you and me. I've still got a lot to get done. And I'll try to be a better me. I know it's a simple kind of tribute, but it's the way you would have wanted it to be. A simple kind of tribute, but the way you would have wanted. A simple kind of tribute, but the way you would have wanted. A simple kind of tribute, but the way you would have wanted it to be.
I'll sit home and sleep, keep you in my dreams, 'cause it's the only place we meet.
I like that you picked some old songs, Mike. Or, yeah, I guess they would be old songs, but like, just timestamp from that era, because I am instantly brought back to like that time.
Well,
so thanks.
I am nostalgic.
You're full of nostalgia.
Yeah.
If we were to drain you right now, nostalgia would just come pouring out of you.
Yeah. It's probably a puke green color, hey?
Probably.
It's not fuchsia.
Okay, I'm going to go. I got to be honest. Most of the comps I picked are new.
Wow. That's good, though, because most of mine are old. So then there's a good juxtaposition here.
Yeah. But I mean, you're right. I mean, you're right in the fact that it's certainly not the same thing.
But it's cool that you're pointing out things, because I have to rethink my theory then.
You're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Yeah. So I think like, you've got like the record company that puts out the comps, and then you've got like the tribute comps, let's say, or the fundraising comps. Where somebody's trying to do something for someone else. And then you've got the band tribute comps, which have become a little bit more abundant as the years have gone on. And I would say most of them aren't great.
Yeah, there's a bunch that are like, I stayed away from the cover ones. And I really wanted to put, because there's about 3 or 4 that I really enjoy. So I'm curious to see which one you pick before I say.
Well, and I did go through a couple, and I have a bunch of them. And just, out of curiosity more than anything, because, like to hear a punk band do a cover of another punk band and make it a little bit different, like I'm always interested to see, how you're gonna do that with and change that sound, right? Mm-hmm. It's not like taking a punk song and making it acoustic or vice versa, right? But the one that really is stuck out to me, I think it came out, I don't know, maybe like 3 years ago or something like that. And I think I like it because I think the band's put a real effort into changing the sounds of these songs, and they picked a very eclectic group of artists to do covers of these songs. So the album's Germs of Perfection, a tribute to Bad Religion.
That is a good one.
It's just so, like, it's got so much range.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's got so much range, within the record. Everybody from Polar Bear Club to William Elliott Whitmore. I don't know if you listen to him at all.
I think the only William Elliott Whitmore song I've ever heard is on this.
Okay. He's this was another one of my brother's introductions to me, like that kind of old school country sound.
Yep.
The Weaker Thans, Cheap Girls, Tegan and Sarah.
Yeah, I really like the Tegan and Sarah one because it's so different.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I do agree. It's cool when someone does a cover, it makes it different. I think, yeah.
So the song that I chose was by a band I don't really know much about, but it was one of those songs that I heard and I was like, I don't recall this Bad Religion song, and I had to go into my library, as it were, put on my smoking jacket, got my pipe in my mouth, went into my library, and found the song, and I was like, how have I never heard this song? And it's on one of their less popular albums, I guess. But I love this song now, and it's Sorrow, and the band that does it is Switchfoot.
How did you never hear Sorrow before?
I think it's on, I think it was on an album after The Gray Race.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like that was
it's
like an
a
older
newer
song?
No,
I like that song a lot.
Yeah,
Sorrow's a
me
wicked.
too.
It's like one of my more liked Bad Religion songs, but maybe it was because it was newer and they kind of blend together, the new ones.
Yeah. So I totally missed it, and this was a great song to kind of bring me back and discover Bad Religion again.
Switchfoot though, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't know anything about Switchfoot.
Aren't they just kind of like a Finger 11-y kind of band?
I don't know, but it's just like it's an acoustic song. It's just dude on a guitar, and he made it sound really cool, but still with the integrity of the original.
Who put that Germs of Perfection out? Is that Kerrang?
I have no idea. It was a free download that I just kind of came upon.
I feel like it was Kerrang because they did they might have done Descendants one as well.
That was Filter that did the Descendants
Filter.
one.
And then there's the 2 Green Day ones that are interesting as well.
Oh, I haven't heard either of those.
I haven't been able to hear either of them, but I've heard them on YouTube, but I haven't been able to like find them ever because they came with a magazine.
Ah, the magazine.
Magazine. Who buys magazines?
Who? I don't know.
Uh-huh.
All right, Mike.
All right. I went with Give 'Em the Boot Volume 1.
Ah.
Which is kind of cheating-ish.
Nah, it's Hellcat. That's you got Brett Gurewitz and Tim Armstrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 different people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are, I guess.
Yeah, no,
but Ranted's synonymous kind of with Epitaph. And
well, I would say that Epitaph helped Hellcat take that jump, let's say.
So I always really liked this album. I don't know why. I mean, maybe just when it came out, it introduced me to a bunch of different, like, a different sound. And I mean, it's all very Tim Armstrong-y sounding.
Yeah.
So now that he's put out more stuff, and none of the other Give 'Em the Boots really caught on to me as much as Volume 1. There are good stuff. There's good stuff on some of the other ones. Like I don't think the Aggrolites are on this one, and they're a band that I really like that came out maybe on one of the other 2 the first or the second or third comp. But the Brothels is actually one of my favorite Rancid songs.
Yeah.
But I didn't pick it because I figured people know that.
Okay.
And I went with the Silencers, Policeman.
Cool.
Because there's another band that I don't think they put anything else out, right? And I believe it's like
I can't think of anything.
I think it's the Slackers and Tim Armstrong.
Okay.
So
that's funny you mentioned the Brothels though, because I every once in a while I just throw the iPod on shuffle, and that song came on today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is that on any of the Rancid releases? No, I feel like it's
so.
like exclusive.
It might be on like a 7-inch or something like that. Like, but it's like I Want to Riot. I don't think was on. I think it was just on a 7-inch as well from Punkorama 1.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it was on like any of their records.
We should do some research.
Nah.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is
Switchfoot
and the Silencers.
Father, can you hear me? Have I let you down? I curse the day that I was born, and all the sorrow in this world will take you to the hurting ground, where all good men are trampled down to settle a bet that could not be won between a prideful father and his son. Oh, guide me now, for I can see a reason for this suffering and this long misery. What if every living soul could be upright and strong? Oh, then I do imagine there will be sorrow, there will be sorrow, there will be sorrow no more. When the soldiers lay their weapons down, when the kings and the queens relinquish their crowns, when the only true Messiah rescues us from ourselves, it's easy to imagine there will be sorrow, there will be sorrow, there will be sorrow no more. There will be sorrow, there will be sorrow, and there will be sorrow no more, no more.
Well, as someone once said, there has to be a ska song on every podcast.
And I did it.
Way to go.
Yay.
Way to go, Mike. I'm proud of you. See, ska's not dead.
Ska is forever.
Okay, so moving on, I picked yet another new comp. I was in total agreement with you, and I still am, but I don't know, like, I went back and started listening to some of those old ones from when we were kids, and, like, there is a lot of nostalgia there, but they just didn't stand up for me. Like, the stuff that I was kind of iffy on then was like,
oh, yeah,
I
but
could care less
that was the
about
beauty
it
of the
now.
comp, though, is because it was just like a giant, like, catalog of things you could check out and
Totally.
like or dislike. And
Totally. But now, you know, with the absence of the comp, I guess it just, I don't know. I went back, and the stuff that I loved so many years ago just didn't stand the
makes
test
sense.
of time for
Makes
me.
sense.
So I was fortunate enough that I could find newer ones. And this was one of those surprising ones, I think. And I think you and I had conversations about it when it came out, because it was like, wow, there's actually good comps still coming out. And it's by, I don't know, maybe a lesser known label, but they've certainly got a lot of bands on their roster now. It's Red Scare Records. They put out their 10-year anniversary comp.
Oh, yeah, it is really good.
Yeah, like it's kind of the Fat Records comp of today is kind of the way I looked at it. You know, they've got a ton of bands on there. The Lillingtons, Teenage Bottle Rocket, the Copyrights, Elway, and I think at the time there were a couple bands that hadn't released new albums, but the production had been done, so they were putting out previously unreleased tracks that ended up becoming released. But it kind of gave that
old feel.
Yeah, that old feel.
I'll give it to you.
And there's a lot on this comp. So when in doubt, pick Masked Intruder. And the song's called "I Don't Mind," which is one of my favorite songs.
It's a good one, Nate.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah. I went with the old comp because
we've got yin and yang, old and new tonight.
And it's I believe this is Fueled by Ramen's first comp.
Oh yeah,
Year of the Rat.
Yeah. This was one I seriously considered
because I felt like this comp introduced me to a wide range of bands that I'd never heard before.
It was like the orgcore of that time.
Yeah, and it had like the Hippos, Impossibles, Discount, Limp, Jimmy Eat World, Jersey.
Yeah,
and then Jay Church's cover of ELO's "Don't Bring Me Down." And the song I picked off there was Amberetta's Bottle Caps.
Oh, cool.
And Amberetta's always been one of those bands I feel like I should have paid more attention to. Like,
when the year we went to Fest, they did a reunion show there.
Yeah. And I was like, I didn't realize they were so big. And I just feel like I should really explore their catalog a little bit more. Yeah. Even listening to this song, I really like Bottle Caps still. So
Fueled by Ramen, that was another interesting progression.
Yeah, they got shittier and shittier. I have no problem saying that.
Well, don't they did a subsidiary of Fueled by Ramen called something else, didn't they?
I feel like Fueled by Ramen was originally started by
it was Vinny, wasn't it?
From Less Than Jake,
yeah,
right?
and then he kind of moved away from it and started Paper and Plastic.
Yeah.
And then I think Fueled by Ramen got bought by a major.
Yeah, I feel like
they were still using the Fueled by Ramen label.
I think that's what's going on there.
Yeah.
I don't really know. But
that was Panic at the Disco was Fueled by Ramen, right?
Yeah.
That first record was I haven't listened to it in a long time, but I really liked that record when it came out.
Was Plain White Tees on there as well, or Yellow Card maybe or something? Maybe
yeah,
not.
that sounds like it could be right.
I don't know.
Anyways, so Masked Intruder and
Amberetta. I forgot what I said.
Before I would turn away from you. A twist off bottle cap's broken, all my teeth again. I'm tired and the toll is on you. I'm 6 feet under, but tripping on my soul again. I'm twisted and I'm broken and bruised. We jump back, we're stuck in the middle, lost track, not knowing what we're gonna lose. I'm stoned and been running on empty, trying to save myself. My best man is looking on you. I step outside, you know that it could blow my mind. I'm twisted and I'm broken in two. We jump back, we're stuck in the middle, lost track, not knowing what we're gonna lose. We jump back, we're stuck in the middle, lost track. We're looking for a little our back, are broken but we're doing alright, not knowing what we're gonna lose. A twist off bottle cap broken, all my teeth again. I'm tired and the toll is on you. I'm 6 feet under, but tripping on my soul again. I'm twisted and I'm broken and bruised. We jump back, we're stuck in the middle, lost track. We're looking for a little our back, are broken but we're doing alright, not knowing what we're gonna lose.
Okay, Mike, I saved my old one for you for the last one, because is this the part where you say you picked Cinema Beer Nuts as your last
I
pick?
didn't.
You didn't?
No.
I totally thought you were going to pick that.
I don't even. I own one of the cinema, but I don't own the first one.
Was that Beer Nuts or was... I think Beer Nuts was the second one.
I own the one with like the fat guy on the couch.
I don't even know that one.
It's pretty good.
It's Hopeless, right?
Yeah, I believe they're hopeless.
with
Yeah.
those up? Anyways. I totally thought you were going to pick that one.
I
That was
didn't.
one that I went back to and I was like, I like a handful of songs on this, but not... It's not what it was. Fearless Flush was like another one I checked out.
I also had that, and that's not. It did not hold up.
No, not at all. Like, you know, I can still hear those songs that I was like, oh, this is a cool band, and you know, later check them out and stuff. But
Same with like Punk Bites was.
Punk Bites is horrible.
Is it just the recording? I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on. Although I do like 30 Foot Fall still. So when I hear their songs for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
And there was Punk Bites 2 as well. I think that was Fearless that put those
Yeah.
out too, right? Yeah. Anyways, I picked an old one, and this was one that I didn't think would click for me at all, and so I threw it on anyways because I thought, well, it's the comp episode. I should see if it
take a chance,
see if it does it for me, and it did it for me.
Did it for you?
Ska Sucks.
Oh, I almost picked that one. I like Ska Sucks
It's
still.
so good. It's so good.
It might be the best collection of that era of like that third wave ska stuff.
Totally. And you know, they broke it up a little bit so that, you know, if you got a little bit sick of ska, you could have a band like Choking Victim show up that, you know, was a different I mean, not the same kind of ska that's on, you know, the rest of it. And I love that they actually put Ska Sucks, a cover of Ska Sucks by Propaganda on it, which I think is great. The song that I chose is a nod to you, Mike.
A nod to me?
Yeah, it was a conversation that was going on in the High Fives chat. What's up chat?
Oh.
What's app, not what's up. WhatsApp chat the other night. Again, if you're interested, you just got to tell us, and you can get in on it too. There is some
serious
really good stuff going on.
Serious music nerd talk.
And it's sort of evolved into the guys from Australia sending us daily weather updates.
Yeah. Rubbing it in that it's cold here.
Yeah. It's 30 degrees last night, mate. I could hardly sleep. So the song I chose, I'm kind of surprised you haven't figured it out yet, is by, I feel like they're one of your favorite bands. And they may not be, but I feel like they are. It's Link 80.
Oh, they are one of my, well, they were one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
I do have like a big love for Link 80.
Yeah. And the song is kind of.
It's a great song.
It is a good song. Yeah. But I mean, this is one of those comps that I was really surprised that, you know, when you haven't heard a bunch of songs in a long, long time, and all of a sudden you're singing them and catch yourself singing them, and you're like, how do I know all these words?
There's some really good. The Limp song on there is really good.
There's a band that like just went away that was awesome. Like I love listening to their stuff still.
And then I feel like the Usual song on there is really good. The Pie Taster song's good.
Yeah,
Hepcat song's excellent.
I think that's what might have even introduced me to Hepcat, was that comp. Mephistopheles.
I can't remember that song. Was that the Truck Driver song?
I think so. Sounds about right.
Oceanside Putt Putt's on there, which still makes me laugh because that's where that putt putt joke came from.
There was this other band on there that I don't know if I checked out further from the comp, called Cousin Oliver.
Oh, yeah.
And they had this song called Share.
I like that song.
Actually my favorite song on that comp, but because you didn't pick Cinema Beer Nuts, and had you picked it, I knew Link 80 would be on it. But so this is my nod to you. This is my, hi Mike.
This is my haven't seen you in a couple months present.
Yeah, like I missed you.
Yeah.
You know?
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah.
Cousin Oliver. I think they're on that Fiddler Records comp, actually.
I'm gonna have to look for that band now.
I have their 2 albums if you want.
Oh, they have 2 albums?
Yeah.
Oh, who knew?
I knew.
Apparently. Okay.
I think I actually saw them on that California trip too. I can't remember if I did.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Ska was big then.
Yeah, that's huge.
If you want to age us.
That's ageist.
It wasn't the joke that it is now.
No. But so we got 2 ska songs on the comp.
Wow.
Yeah.
I almost picked another
ska.
ska.
On the podcast, not the comp.
I almost picked another ska song because I was going to go with the Asian Man Records comps because I felt like they needed a nod.
Mail Order was fun.
Because those are both really good comps.
Yeah, they are.
But I decided to go with Another Year on the Streets. Another Year on the Streets. Which is a Vagrant Records comp.
Okay.
So I don't know. They had a series of
cartoon on the front or something of.
This one doesn't. The first one's got a cartoon on the front, and I hummed and hawed between the first one and the second one.
Okay.
And the first one doesn't hold up very much, and I believe like the Automatic 7 songs are awesome on there.
Yeah.
And there's maybe a Boxer song that's good, and maybe even the Face to Face song's okay, but it's meh.
Okay.
But the second one is
it's a good review. Meh.
It doesn't hold up.
Fair enough.
At the time, it was good.
Yeah.
The second one's got a lot of good bands like Reggie and the Full Effect, No Motive, Automatics. It really got that Vagrant sound, like Get Up Kids. And I believe the Get Up Kids is the cover of Replacement's Beer for Breakfast. Is on
nice.
there, and it's awesome. But the song I picked was a band called The Anniversary, who I don't know if you like very much.
I can't say I know that band. Maybe if I heard something.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. I see.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
I'll buy that. Give me one.
But yeah, I went with The Anniversary. I believe this. The reason I picked this one is because I believe it's still unreleased, which went with my idea that comps having unreleased songs was always kind of a cool thing. And it's called "I Believe That the End of the Reign of Terror is Soon Near."
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Guess they're kind of emo-ish.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you should check out The Anniversary. They hold up.
All right, I'll check it out.
But yeah, thanks everyone for listening. Sorry for the long delay.
I'm not sorry.
I'm sorry.
You know, this is.
I didn't get to hang out with you.
Well, yeah, that was a detriment to the overall plan.
We were hanging out with those Australians on the WhatsApp chat too much. It all felt really not real.
Yeah, it was very virtual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys should join it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Or get in touch with us on Twitter or through the website and or Facebook. Is Facebook still a thing in 2017?
So.
Yeah.
I think so. For now. Well, they own everything, right?
Yeah.
So, if people stop using Facebook, I feel like they'll just start taking other things away.
I think we should start a Friendster site.
Friendster?
Do you remember Friendster? It's like
No.
the original
Was
MySpace.
that like before MySpace?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Did they have like a guy on there? Like, what was the guy from Tom?
Tom.
Was there a guy on Friendster?
I don't remember.
To introduce you to...
That was like the height of like Scenester. But
everybody's friend was Tom.
He's not real. Like, I kept sending him e-invites to hang out. He never showed up at anything.
Did. He's a dick.
What a fucking dick Tom is. And now where's MySpace? In the hands of Justin Timberlake.
So we're on all the social platforms. Just check us out on there and check out the website. And
email us.
The interviews again.
Yes, please do check out.
They're definitely worth a listen. Not just for my voice and not just for Mike's voice, but for the interviewee's voice. Some real solid information on there.
Yeah.
And they're easy to find. They're just under the interviews tab. So go do it.
And it's got Nate's sweet, soothing voice for most of the time, and me only saying like 10 words every once in a while.
So if you like that kind of thing, there you go.
Well, Nate's much better at talking to people than me. But no, seriously, check them out. Check us out. Send us your lists. We really do enjoy checking out everyone's lists. And
yeah, we do.
And if you have the time, unlike someone at this table,
There's a lot of people at this table.
Check out my super long list.
He's overcompensating.
Yeah.
He's like the guy that drives the Ferrari.
Yeah.
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 Anyways, Link 80 and
the anniversary.
Bye.
Good night.
Tomorrow, please tell me what
struggle to stay. All your patience has withered with love, with love beside you will fight and struggle to stay. Throw your arms up in the air. It's the man who stands behind the curtain who should be feared. And never forget your proof, for it suits you to know the truth. Throw your arms up in the air. It's the man who stands behind the curtain who should be feared. And never forget your proof, for it suits you to know the truth. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la
That's the best voice you've ever done. You should do that one more often.
I eat your soul.
Yeah. Why didn't you become like part of a death metal band at one point?
No one asked me.
Yeah.